says here, take as many as 13 albums for only 1 penny when you join the Columbia Record and Tape Club. Terrific? You bet. But I'll...
Open it.
Wait, what is it? What is it?
Is that what I think it is?
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful.
You never said you were in pain. You just paid the cover and you didn't complain. I better stop or I go too far. We said goodbye in a rock and roll bar. I was tongue-tied, the rock and roll part isn't alright. Was breaking my heart, was tongue-tied. The rock and roll part isn't alright. Looking kinda frail in the dim bar light, taking in one last summer cocktail night. I better stop.
Okay.
How are you doing today?
Good. How are you guys?
Great, thank you.
Good. It's our last day, so we want to make sure things
Oh, I understand.
Yeah. They're having a blast, that's for sure. Oh, not me.
I've had very good luck with it.
Very good. Right, I'm sure that it is. Yeah, because one minute it's in, and the next
I'm here until 4 if you want to come back. Tomorrow we won't be. We are here in the last couple of days. Until at least 3:30 or 4. Probably.
No, no, okay.
Not even. They've got jewelry.
On Facebook, we got another page posted about them, and yeah, really, really good. And they're so nice. Customer service. Like,
Yeah.
is always,
Yeah.
nice too.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't been to the Brown Jug this time either, although my mom went.
So basically, after we get home from a couple of garage sales, I see a ad on Facebook Marketplace for a cassette tape metal rock and pop collection. It says $2 a piece, but just the pictures that I saw, there were some really decent cassettes in there. So I ended up driving up to his place. That was in Brownstown, just north of us. And guy was awesome. His garage was decked out and all kinds of cool pop culture things. And he had acquired 3 large boxes packed with cassette tapes. Didn't really have any interest in them. And let me pick through them. And we'll show you what I ended up getting there. But super cool guy, and $2, a little more than I wanted to pay for cassettes, but those were all pretty hard to find. Hip-hop and metal seemed to be a little more harder to find on cassette. The second ad that I come across, also on Facebook Marketplace, is a cassette tape collection, and there's very little description in it. Wanted $30 for a crate full of blank tapes, and what is shown there in the picture and what I saw in the picture was pretty much the entire Public Image Limited discography on cassette. Sugar Cubes, I saw Fine Young Cannibals, and she wanted $0.25 a piece. She was located roughly 15 minutes south of us, so we went out there last night and pretty much got everything that's in that wood crate in an original sleeve or jewel case for $0.25 a piece. So at the garage sale, I picked up 2 CDs, Jimmy Smith's Combat Jazz and Jimmy Smith's House Party. Also picked up a cassette tape, Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass Greatest Hits. These are all the ones I picked up from the guy with the rock and metal ones. Guy had tons and tons of them. I didn't bring a ton of money with me, but I brought enough to pick a few up. I guess the highlights being, for me, being the Metallica singles. He had 2 singles, Enter Sandman and Sad But True, and Pearl Jam 10, Stone Temple Pilot, Mother Love Bone. None of that stuff super easy to find anymore on cassette tape, so it was really cool to talk to that guy and get some of those tapes. So these are pretty much the ones that I got for $0.25 a piece. Sugar Cubes, the Fine Young Cannibals, and a pretty rare Howlin' Wolf in concert. And basically the entire Public Image Limited discography. She said it was her husband's, that he picked them up someplace, and she didn't know who any of the artists were. So she was letting them go for $0.25 a piece. So I got what was in best shape. She had a lot of blank tapes, but awesome day. So always fun to get out, and haven't run into a lot of cassette tapes lately, so it was pretty unusual this week that like 3 days in a row was cassette tape. Big thanks to Brandon and the guys from all over the shop for use of their great song, Tongue Tied. And keep the comments coming, like and subscribe, and we will hopefully get out another video here in the next week or so. But thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.